Hey, it's Chris again. For this video, we're going to talk about list views in SharePoint document libraries, so we're going to get right to it. Let's go to Site Contents. And from here, we're going to go to a document library. You'll notice this document library is using what's called a no folder list view, which means it's not going to show the folders if there were folders in the library that had documents inside of them. For instance, if I go to my all documents here, you'll see some folders in there. But in these videos for these filters that we're going to be doing for the list views, I'm just going to go with the no folder view. So what we're going to do is we're going to create some list views that end users can click on from this menu right here. I've already built some ahead of time. Show checked out docs only, show only diagrams. And what we mean by that is the category of the document is what we're going to filter on. Or images, which would be the type of file, where we'll specify that it's either a JPEG or a PNG file. And then reports. So again, that's a category that a particular document is in. It's a report, could be a job aid, could be a diagram. So this video is really about going through and seeing what the list views look like for the users. We're trying to create a one-click solution for people to get to what they need to get to, but also show you how we set these views up. So for instance, I'm going to use my list view to show only checked out documents. You can see in the major list here, I've got one example. In a larger list, or library, you might have hundreds and hundreds of files. So being able to do one click to say, just show me the checked out files is handy. And you'll notice all it does here is it filters for the checked out to column to have some sort of content in it, like the name of somebody. All right, let's go to diagrams. I just want to see documents in the library that are in the diagrams category. And again, filters out anything except that particular category of diagram. And we'll go take a look at our messages or images here. And again, you can see all we're seeing are the three documents that are of an image type, like a JPEG or a PNG. And we'll show you how we do that in the filter. And then the last one is kind of similar to the diagrams, but in this one, we just want to click once to show any document that's in the library that's considered a report. So those are the user using one click to kind of get to a particular value or values in the document library based on these list views that we've created. So let's take a look at the checked out docs view again. And we're going to go in and edit the current view. All it again really is the settings for what columns you want to see on the view and certain filtering and sorting and grouping types of capabilities. So we're going to go down to the filter area in the settings for this list view, and we're saying to show only the items when the following is true. If the checked out to column is not equal to blank, which means show me items in that document library where the checked out column has something in it, so not equal to a blank. And that's all we do for this one. And then we would go ahead and click our OK. And then there's an example right there. All right, we're going to go over to our list again. And now let's look at the diagram. There's the two diagrams it's filtering because of that list view. We're in the list view for diagrams. We're going to go look at edit the current view. Scroll down a little bit to our filter. And in this filter, we're saying show items only when the following is true. If the category column is equal to diagram, that's all we needed to do, because this is an actual selectable value when people are adding content to the library, if they want to indicate the category. In this case, we just want to see those documents that are considered diagrams. So So we'll take our OK there. And go back to our My Docs here. Now let's look at images next. So I want to see only content in the library that is an image of some sort. Notice it's only showing the JPEG and the PNG. Now we're going to look at the view for this particular, edit the view for this particular list view. And we're going to get down into the filter area. Notice in the filter area we're using the type column, which is that column that's in the first position on the library itself, where it's showing the icon of something being an image or a PowerPoint or Word, things like that. And we're just saying, show me only the type column where the value is a PNG or it's a JPEG. If I had another type of an image type, maybe a MO, the other JPEG image types of extensions for files that are images, we can add more columns to this filter. And then we'll come on back and we'll finish up with reports. Again, let's go ahead and just go to our no folder view to show everything. Take a look at the list view to show only reports, meaning if it says report in the category column. And then open that reports list view up. Go to the edit. Go down to the filter. And again, show items only when the following is true. The category column is equal to the word report, which again is a selectable tag you can put on that item in your document library to indicate that the document is a report. And then once you do that, you just click OK. So in closing, we'll go ahead and show our no folder view, show everything. When your document library gets really large, it's good to be able to produce these list views for people to quickly get to a subset of the documents based on some sort of criteria. In this case, category is pretty handy. I just want to see diagrams versus reports versus job aids, things like that. But as you can see, we also were able to filter for the type column to specify whether it's show me just images, or maybe you just want to see only PowerPoint presentations. And all we really do is put in the extension when we're doing that filter. And then again, the checked out to column is handy, especially when you have a lot of documents over the years in there, where you need to quickly determine which documents in the library are checked out in case they do need to be checked back in. And that's about it. So let's go back home. And thanks again for your time.